Tonight on First Tuesday...
It's very important to do his rates.
With the bailiffs.
The least welcome knock on your door. The bailiffs at work.
To tame one's own mind. This is the teaching of the Buddha.
And the Tibetan monks who've come to Scotland to build a Buddhist temple. Good evening, and welcome to the November edition of First Tuesday. Tonight, two films about Britain in 1985, which between them explore the almost unknown and the rarely seen. The first is about a world that was commonplace in the age of Dickens, but for most of us remains a reality only in our worst imaginings. And yet, under the growing pressure of economic circumstance, more and more people are discovering what it's like to face the bailiffs. Last year, there were no less than 332,000 such cases. And as we find out in Trevor, It's the Bailiffs, it can be a pretty traumatic experience.
They've got to come in, they've got the right and the authority, haven't they, to come in. So they just take everything.
Yeah, this is it. We still don't want nobody in, Jim. I think they've hibernated.
They've got me in some door. Two chairs are set in, a bench table.
What about that?
Fun? I'm from Sherry's, Nottingham, Bailiffs.
What for?
The rates.
What rates?
The rates that's outstanding.
Wait, we paid all the rates.
There's £109.02 outstanding.
No, Tom. What are you on about? Oh, we don't need it. Let go. What are you on about?
Sorry.
What are you doing? What rates?
The rates for this.
What rates?
General
You must
rates.
be joking.
Yeah.
We pay all the rates through the bloody thing.
There's the warrants.
She's paid some, look.
She's been sending
What?
to our office each week and then stopped paying. We've got 25,
What rates?
25, general rates.
General rates for the property.
Well, I pay them every week. I give it every week.
Probably you give them your wife, but she hasn't paid it.
Yeah, but he's already had one of those. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
okay then. Now we've an arrangement with that, yeah?
The bailiff's power to take an individual's possessions dates back to medieval times. Last year, Sherry's of Nottingham dealt with 5,000 cases of rent and rate arrears. John Sherry runs the company.
If a firm of bailiffs is properly run and adequate control over the staff and the various agents that act for them, transport people, auctioneers, carriers, there's really no more upset or excitement than when the milkman collects his money every Saturday. I'm sure he meets up with far more trouble than an experienced bailiff does.
Well, there's many around.
It's the bailiff.
Yeah, the baby. Yeah,
Oh, you look, I like those guys. Tell them.
Right. Yeah, We're the bailiffs from Sherry's, Nottingham, and we've got a distress notice here to collect the outstanding rent of £623.50 or remove the goods. Probably give you 10 minutes till 11:30, all right? Bye.
Start loading into
Yeah.
the spirits and stuff.
Have you any
Have your storeroom?
storeroom?
Yeah,
Can we just have a look, please? Just lemonade, is it, down here?
Jim and Terry work very well together. I think they have a sense of what is right and what is not, and what is a proper case not to proceed with, but to refer for further instructions. They do work particularly well together, and at the present time I would say they are the ideal bailiffs.
Ten? I mean, we've had them people, ladies and girls
You
cry.
have to use a different amount of pressure on each one. You know, you have to assess the situation when you're in there, what they like to you. If they come a bit too stroppy with you, too heavy-handed, you've got to start really putting the pressure on them to calm. It usually calms them down. And some of you, I say, you can just have a chat, a nice chat. So you best of buddies.
You see, we try to resolve it the first time we go. They get a chance, don't they? We always give them a chance. But if they abuse that chance, then we go back and have to do what we have to do.
Trevor! The bailiff's here.
We had instructions to come and collect the full amount or to remove goods.
Well, that's what I was just sending my letter and I'm just waiting for an answer, pal. I said, and then if they pay it, I'll pay it because I'm back on full time now.
Oh, but it's nothing to do with those now. You see, they sent it to us because, you know, they couldn't get it. So now they've sent it through to our office, the bailiff's office.
Well, they can have it if they'll accept £25 a week, won't they?
Well, they want the full amount.
Well, half the stuff in here ain't paid for anyway, yes, so what are you going to do about that? And if you take it, I'm not paying for it.
Whose are the cars?
That belongs to my mate and that belongs to another bloke. And that ain't paid for, so...
Have you got the book?
No, because it's paid to the bank.
Well, can you just show us the banker's thing that you pay it through, please?
Oh dear, where's the thing? That blue one, you know that one.
What do you mean the blue one we can have?
Attached and tested.
It is?
Yeah.
How much is it, Jim?
359.
359. What money can you give us as well?
Right, actually, I'm just waiting to get paid. Clapped in here.
Look, if it fetches 300.
Oh, not fetch 300, Jim. It's a P-Reg. About £100.
God, I'm all right. MOT till bloody February next year.
when it was
January.
But when it was in that
Public auction, it
sales, I mean, it's rotted all over. Anyway, we'll have that. Have you got the keys in the logbook?
Yeah. £300, where you got it?
How much is it?
359, Ducky. Can you make that to Sherry's Limited? Have you been off work or something and you're
No,
behind?
I've been on 3 day a bloody week because the bloody firm I work for was on 3 day a bloody week. We're back on full time again now. But somebody bloody told me afterwards, if I'd have known, I could have got, what do you call it, something to do with rates, knocked off or something.
Oh, rate reduction.
Rate reduction or something. Too really late, isn't it? What's the date today?
27th. But if there's any to come back, or it don't fetch, you know, what it should do, we will let you know by a letter.
Yeah.
For you then to get in touch with our office, so how you're going to pay the balance.
I don't have nothing to do with this. He pays all bills.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, look, it saves us coming out then.
I see.
No clutch. Clutch is gone. It's not going to move that, Jimmy. The clutch is gone. The clutch is gone, hasn't it?
Hey? No. I know it's all right.
Comes in a bit.
This one's bleeding, so I've done it not long ago. If you put it in reverse first and then start it up. Well, mate, you've got the foot.
There's the,
Handbrake's in the middle,
In the middle?
yeah, I'm see. Doesn't it go back?
Oh, of course, you're a big laugh,
I'll pull the van up because ambulance has pulled in.
But the money what I'd got was what we was going to have for holidays, you see, but it's gone now, so that's it.
Yeah,
Well,
we're going to take little boy, you know, little spastic boy for a week's holiday in a caravan.
We'll probably still go, but it won't be the same, will it? You know.
Come on, Jim.
I didn't realise who they were. And he just says, we're the bailiffs. I said, you'd better come in. So I didn't know what else to say. I was just so shocked to see him there. Couldn't believe it. Still can't believe they'd been.
This is from about 2 years ago, you know. It's not like last year's or this year's rates. It's 2 years ago. That's why they just let it go on and go on and go on. I take home paid about £120. And then you've got to leave some in the bank for your mortgage, because the bank pays the mortgage.
We just had central heating put in.
Yeah, that's just had central heating. You have to pay for that. And then there's you have to lease home and see towards electric and gas, and then you've got to live, ain't you? You know what I mean? You've got to buy food, and then I've got to buy petrol for my car for walk. And £120 an hour, really, isn't it?
They didn't explain enough. Just come in where the bailiffs and that's it.
You can't let feelings come into it. I mean, when we eventually went in and let us in and explained, I mean, and seen that child, you know, you feel sorry for the child, but you can't let it run away with you.
But as Terry says, you can't let your feelings run away, else you'd get nothing done at all. And the council won't get their money. And we'd be out to work. So that's it, you just got to go in and do what you've got to do. Not there. The stuff's still there, but he's not in.
You pulled off?
No, he's still, the stuff's still in there, but he's not there.
Is it full?
Yeah, there's still plenty in. Sorry.
It's got the bolts on inside.
There's no other way.
No, there's only 4 windows in there.
About 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks? You ain't got a door through, have you, into his place?
No, I've just rung the landlord, actually. He's going to come round before you barge him with an axe, like.
Oh.
He might be a bit upset if you smash the door down.
Oh, the landlord's coming, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, right, well, champion will wait, then he'll let us in.
That's handy. Well, thanks a lot.
All right.
I do. Are you the landlord?
Yeah, I sure am.
Can you let us in?
If
You've
it's...
got a warrant,
That's all right,
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I'm not... I'd sooner let you in than break the door down, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's fair enough. But I'll tell you, there's some things in here is mine, like.
Well, you point them out,
Yeah.
we'll not take them.
Very good. So it's all legal, this, is it, like?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do you want to read the warrant? I'm excited with this fucking thing. Right?
Go on.
It's just a job, isn't it? That's what we've got to do. Well, we haven't got to do it. We can get another one, but somebody else will take the place and there might be a bit... Not so nice with me and Jim doing it. Abbot.
Hello.
Two teas, don't please.
2 tea.
One with, one without.
Yeah.
Hot.
How are you?
All right, thanks you.
Fine, thank you.
No.
No. Oh.
Mr. Dash, but I'm not Mr.
Oh. Mr. Winnie.
No, he's not. He's at work, I'm afraid.
Oh, any way you can get in touch with him, please? It's very important.
Are you
Or
his
Mrs.
wife, or are you his?
I'll live here, but
Oh, yeah, that's all right.
Why? What's wrong?
It's very important to do his rates.
Oh, dear.
With the bailiffs.
From the bailiff's office, nothing about the rates.
Well, it's not to do with me, it's just... we won't try and go on, he'll be back within quite an hour or so. He's just gone to feed his sheep.
He'll be back, will he?
Yeah.
Definite.
Yeah.
Oh, well...
So hang on a few minutes then.
Hang on a few
Well, hang on a minute then, look.
No.
I think they dredge it out there, wouldn't you, a bit? Just clean sides up, same as what they have done that side.
And it looks fresh water, doesn't it? It don't look as if it's coming out sewerage or anything. It's clear enough.
You can never tell, really.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. From Sherry's, Nottingham.
Oh, where are you from?
From the bailiff's office. Just hang on, my light just passed on this morning, fella.
Oh,
sorry. I'll leave that with you. I've put that off a bit this morning. Yeah, I'll leave it with you.
Okay.
Cheer up.
Resend a letter to him, mate.
Yeah.
Says keep
Send it
coming
back.
back.
They keep moving about, don't they?
Yeah.
Trouble is they'll get caught one day.
Yeah. They all look like gypsies down here, don't they?
Never had a wrong word yet between us. But we just, I don't know, we just seem to work as a team.
I think it was man and wife, wasn't you? Never had an argument yet, haven't you?
Not until here. The perfect marriage.
Let's put it this way. We've got to do what we've got to do, because they're our orders. You know, there's nothing else we can do about it.
Yeah,
It's the full amount. Or take goods.
Well, we'd have to take goods then. Could have got nothing. one in the kitchen belongs to my daughter.
Let's take this one.
Yeah. Oh, you quite right. I'm standing here helping. Well, I owed just over £400 in rates. And I offered to pay at £12 a week, and I defaulted. So the bailiffs called.
It's a funny situation to be in, really, isn't it? I mean, nobody likes the furniture took at all. Don't matter what it's like. It's still your furniture. And, well, it's just not nice at all.
How are we going to do any washing for the kids?
You just take it.
Eh? No, the little hoovers, the little ringer, the spinner, that little white one in the corner. And they took a radiogram that were right.
I like that. I've had it years.
When
Since we got married. I've had it 25 years we've been married now. I've had it off my mother. She had it before me, and that's gone. That's one thing I didn't like to see go. But it's gone, and that's it. There's nothing I can do now.
I don't think we can take anything else because we've left you 2 chairs to sit on. We don't want to take the beds. I don't think this is going to cover the debt. So we could go in for sale auction Saturday. And if you get in touch with the office, then talk to Mr. Sherry about what balance there is to pay. But I think we've left you what we can leave you. Really, we should take them, but we're having 6 kids. We'll leave you them 2. And this is HP, so, you know, we can't take it.
Well, the name's on the back.
Yeah, yeah. And the beds, it's no use taking the beds, because we're depriving the kids of them. OK, then.
Right.
Right, then, thank you. Bye. Bye, Ducky. Oh, that's lovely. 6 kids, we've got to leave them on the table and chairs. There
It'll be a struggle.
It'll be a struggle, yes, but the next thing will be they'll sell the furniture, and if they don't get enough to cover the rates then they'll be back again. So there's nothing else they can take, so what happens then?
These next few items are from Cherry's certificated bailiffs, gentlemen. Now, lot 347. There we are, a magnificent radiogram, ladies and gentlemen. Tested and working, gentlemen. £10 for it. £1 bid. At 1 I've got. At 1, 2, £2. At £2, have another. At £2, money bid, £2, £2, £2, going at 2.
Well, I've got 5 children here, and I'm the only one at work. I'm not on a very big wage. So one thing led to another, and there was weeks when we was very, very hard up. And we thought, well, leave it this week, and this is how things go on, and then the next thing, you owe money and the bailiffs are back again.
Now then, 348. Spin dryer. We have tested it, but unfortunately it doesn't work, ladies and gentlemen. Who'll give me a £1? £1 bid. Come on, Springy. £2 pounds. Going at £2. Springy D.
They're on about, if you don't pay it, then you go to prison. They just come and fetch you and take you to prison. Well, if you do that, they're still not getting the rates back, are they?
How many you got there left?
4. 4 to do.
I'll put this in because
We've still got some running around to do on these as well.
we'll be seeding up otherwise.
Well, it's the law, I know, but what a dismal business. In a moment, on quite a different note, we'll be back with Akong and the Big Shrine Room. And I'll tell you more about that after the break. Welcome back. It's often said that what's called rather vaguely mass culture is slowly turning us all into clones of each other. You know the argument. We sit in the same little boxes eating the same food from the same supermarkets while absorbing the same ideas from the same television sets, and so on. However, there's plenty of evidence to suggest that precisely the opposite's true, that the diversity of the human spirit flourishes as ever. For evidence of this, imagine being invited as the guest of a Buddhist guru to a place called Samye Ling, and then finding it's in the lowlands of Scotland. Well, that's exactly what happened to the First Tuesday team who've made Akong and the Big Shrine Room. Here's what they found.
I first came to Samye Ling 2 years ago. That summer my life went completely chaotic. My husband left me, went off with another woman, and my kids were with him, and there I was in nothing. And I came here. For me, when I met Akong Rimpoche, I had a lot to ask him about strange experiences I've been having, both psychic and normal. I went into the room and I don't know, suddenly everything I thought I was going to say wasn't there. It's just like I was confronted with a mirror. I just saw me and all the questions I wanted to ask. And I think I knew the answers. He didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to do anything. I can't explain the experience, really. But I think from talking to people here, he's different to everybody at different times, depending on what you need. It's what a guru is. He gives you what you need when you need it.
Hello, Samye Ling Tibetan Centre. We're in Scotland, we're just over the border.
Akong Rimpoche was discovered at the age of 2 as being the reincarnation of the former abbot of Dolmalakam Monastery in Tibet. And from then till the age of 19, when the Chinese invaded, he was abbot of the monastery where he studied Buddhism and also Tibetan medicine. After the invasion, he escaped to India and finally arrived in England in the early 1960s. Although in Tibetan terms he was a fully qualified doctor, the only work he could get here was as a porter in a hospital. At that time, so many people wanted to learn about Buddhism that it was decided to start a Tibetan centre in Scotland. Today there are nearly 100 residents, and many hundreds more come from all over the world to study here.
If you stay here, it costs about £7 a day, depending on the sort of accommodation that we put you in. Have a nice journey, won't you? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It's not unusual for a Tibetan abbot to be married. Yanchen, Akong's wife, is Tibetan, and they have 3 children. His daughter Kami has won many medals for dancing. Akong Rimpoche makes it a rule that no one, including himself, gets any financial benefit from the centre. So to keep his family, he and Yanchen run a bed and breakfast in Dumfrieshire. More and more of his time these days is spent travelling to teach in Buddhist centres all over the world.
Most of the people here are lay Buddhists, which means that we try to live according to our understanding of Buddhist principles. Some of the children have actually grown up at Samye Ling, and if families hadn't come here, then it's possible the village school would have had to close by now, because at that time the valley was losing people. But I think really we're here because Akong Rimpoche is here. He's a very wonderful teacher.
I went to university and did a degree course in English and European literature.
Okay.
I suppose it was through studying this and coming into contact with some of the great poets and writers throughout the ages that I began to follow my own thoughts, considering what life might mean or what it might be about or what you could possibly do with it. And then through friends, I came up to Samye Ling. That's when I started taking an interest in the Buddhist teachings. When I finished university, I decided to go and travel for a while, but in fact, I came fairly quickly into the area surrounding Samye Ling, and then I moved into Samye Ling.
No, don't think so.
Initially, I wanted to learn more about the Buddhist teachings. I think when I'd learned something about them, then I felt that I wanted to live somewhere where I could put them into practice. And for me, that happens to be living here and having a family and building a shrine room. It's all very well to become a Buddhist, but then you have to decide what you want to do about it and how you can best carry that out. I feel very fortunate that Akong Rimpoche started this project of building the temple where we can put this into practice. It's really an ideal way of leading a Buddhist life. You can do something which isn't entirely for your own benefit, and it's something that's going to be of benefit to other people for centuries, really. Because as a Buddhist, you're hoping that other people are going to find happiness, and you tend to believe that if they can come to a place like this that is built in the right spirit and that is offering the Buddhist teachings, then that's one of the best ways that you can hope to offer them that happiness. Even though I'd had an academic education, deep down I'd always wanted to do woodwork. When Rinpoche said that the plans were going ahead to build this shrine room, I suggested that I might go away and study woodwork and learn a bit more about it. So I went off to London to do a TOPS training course in joinery, and then I came back and built up the joinery workshop so that we now have capabilities to do all our own woodworking and machining. From the very beginning, the idea of building a shrine room in Scotland has been Akong Rimpoche's, and he just gathered around him people of like mind, really, and it just seems to be that when we need someone with a certain skill or talent, they just seem to appear. Akong is the administrator, and he's ultimately responsible for building the shrine room, but obviously he doesn't necessarily know all of the technical details of it. For quite a long time we just had a lot of holes in the ground, and we used to say to visitors, we're going to build a Tibetan temple here. It must have been very difficult for them to believe us, you know. It's hard to say how long it's going to last as a building. We talk about 1,000 years, and it's just a big number. Well, none of us are paid for building this shrine room. But it doesn't really matter that you're not being paid in money, because working here and not getting any financial reward for it doesn't seem to make any difference. If someone has what would be called a normal job and they're paid at the end of every week or month or whatever, then all that the money supports is to have a certain type of car, a certain type of home. If someone's paid £100,000 a year, all they're being paid to do is to have a certain lifestyle, and I have one that I like.
You're not really supposed to play musical instruments for pleasure. The musical instruments that we play here are for religious practice, and in Tibetan it's not actually called music. But I do, when I'm by myself, listen to music.
So it begins with, yeah, did that, so...
One of the reasons the centre started was because 1100 years of Tibetan Buddhist culture was in danger of extinction. In Buddhist literature, there's so much understanding of human nature and the way life works. That's why we're studying the Tibetan language, so that this wisdom can be made available to everyone.
Of those points.
Most of us find these teachings hold the key to who we are and how we can be better. This is why we're here.
It was an inspiration to see these Tibetan lamas and how they are. I thought, well, they know how to cope with life, and basically I wanted to be like that. I never really thought I'd be worthy, you know, I never thought I'd be worthy of it, so I was a bit timid to ask. And it wasn't until Akong Rimpoche saw me, up my mind really, that I should become a monk. When I was at college, I knew I was a Buddhist anyway, so I don't think it was so much of a surprise that some of my friends, when they heard I was a monk, I always sort of boasted about it anyway. Maybe one day I'll be a monk. Maybe when I'm 50, I used to say.
one very important point of the work we're doing is to bring the scriptures over from Tibet, and these scriptures are like the body of the religion. Oh, you're very welcome.
Oh, yes, all the way from India.
Oh, that's great. I'm waiting for these for weeks. It's quite ironic, really, when you think that in India some guy's sitting in the hot sunshine writing and printing these, and they arrive here in this typically wet Scottish summer.
We always print the phonetics and the translation to go with each other, so people know what they're saying at the same time, which is useful.
I think at first, when I became interested in Buddhism, it seemed more strange and mysterious. And I think maybe some people are attracted to it because of that. If you have a good teacher, then his role is to make you connect the teachings with your life so that they have a direct impact on your life. In fact, you can't really do this without a good teacher. It's always going to be something external that you're studying. And really, if you're studying Buddhism, you're studying yourself and your own motivations and your own problems. It's a matter of working with your own mind, really. So it's hardly something foreign.
Now, all of the teachings that Lord Buddha gave, all of those vast numbers of teachings, can actually be summed up, as it were, in one 4-line stanza. And the 4 lines are: to give up every sort of sin, to practice every possible virtue, to tame one's own mind. This is the teaching of the Buddha.
I think different people see Rinpoche in different ways. If you want to practice religion, particularly a foreign religion, you need a kind of friend who's going to help you to see when you are really on the right track, and also as an example and an inspiration of someone who is living life according to the Buddhist principles, to show that it really is possible. His main aim is to help other people in any way that he can. He always says that he belongs to the teachings, and that, wherever it's necessary for him to go, he'll go there, and whatever is necessary to do, he'll do it.
I think probably the way that my life's going to go is that I'll stay and work here maybe another 20 years, see this project completed, and then maybe I get a chance to do some meditation.
In a way, a building's only a building, but the number of people that are going to benefit from it, you can't imagine. There's so many. Teachers tell us that even build a house for one monk is of great benefit. So to build a shrine room like this, the benefit's incredible. They say that the benefit will continue to come to the people who've been building it until there's only one stone standing on top of the other, of the ruins of it, and that all the prayers and teachings that are given inside the shrine room, it's like you're participating in that. for thousands of years.
Peace, order, tranquility in the building of the big shrine room. I'll be back again with the next First Tuesday on the first Tuesday in December. Until then, good night.